This is One on One. We are honored to be joined by Marion and Dennis Zilinski. They are founder of an organization called K9 Sergeant Denny Project. I want to thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Describe the project. What is it?
Well, it's a project where we were sending packages to our troops in Iraq and Afghanistan, and we had a soldier that was from Monmouth County with a K9, and when we talked to his mom about sending him packages, she sent him an email, and he responded by saying that I don't need anything, send it for a dog. And then what happened is when we found out what the dog's name was, it was Sergeant Denny, and obviously our son is Dennis, and Marion used to call our son Denny when he was a young boy.
What are we looking at right now, that picture?
Yes.
That's Mike Brzezowski, and that's Sergeant Denny.
That's Sergeant Denny.
Yes.
It's so interesting. Tell us a little bit about the background as to how you got into this and why you care so much.
Well, our organization was established because when my son went off to his first tour in Iraq.
Talk about your son.
Wonderful young man, very giving, loving. You know what, if I gave a protocol to God of what I expected in a child, I couldn't have gotten a more perfect child.
What are we looking
And that picture was taken in Tennessee, in Nashville. That was the night before he actually deployed. Well, the troops went and met at a local bar there, and it was a fun night, a lot of expectations of them going off and coming home.
And things didn't turn out that way.
No, no.
And so, as we look at another shot of your son, so this happens, and you lose your son. And families decide to deal with it in their own way. And those of us who have never been through that can't even comprehend it. You decide to do something different.
Well, we had a group of friends that obviously when this tragedy happened carried us along, and they kind of kicked off our memorial fund. And we have just carried it forward and do a number of different projects to support our military men and women.
Why?
Why? Because they need it. They need people not to forget the sacrifice that they do and how important they are to our country. They're our valuable asset, our young men and women that volunteer, that put their life on the line every day for us. And unfortunately, I think some of the public are busy with their lives and forget about them.
Which is why we, in fact, started this series called Gone But Not Forgotten. This is, for those of you who watch One on One on a regular basis, you know this is not the only segment, only interview we've done on this topic. And as long as we continue to receive the underwriting dollars to do it, we'll keep doing it.
That's wonderful.
Well, no, it's wonderful what you're doing. What kind of reaction have you gotten from the families that you've helped? What kind of reaction?
Well, sometimes very excited, other times very humbled. Our soldiers don't look for anything but a thank you. And sometimes when we've helped individual soldiers, they would say to us, oh, well, help somebody else who needs it more. And you learn a lot from them. You know, we team up with other organizations to throw a Super Bowl party down at Walter Reed. And there's no negativity.
No negativity.
No
resentment.
negativity, resentment at all. And we're talking, a lot of soldiers have catastrophic injuries. So much so that sometimes I have to run into the ladies' room and cry, wash my face to come back out.
You won't do it in front of them?
No, absolutely not. They don't want pity.
They don't. But the other thing that's interesting about the organization is the canine aspect of this, the dog aspect of it. The dogs are huge. Talk about that.
Absolutely.
Well, certainly. I mean, they're a big support of our military operation. I mean, they protect our men and women. And I think they've been around for years, and I think they've been overlooked. And I think the importance what you see now, I think, is coming to a forefront.
What do you do for them, with them,
Well,
to recognize them?
I think what we try to do, and we didn't really realize it until we had to request to send supplies to them. We found out what type of items they need. And
Those supplies we're looking at?
Yep,
Oh, yeah.
that's one of the boxes, and it looks like the dog is waiting to get his, get his
So
package.
what's in there?
Well, you know, we send collapsible water bowls, food bowls, one ingredient
Treats.
treats that are made in the
Dog
U.S.
games?
Well,
Yeah.
we have
Toys.
We send
Toys,
toys
right.
to them, and anything to keep them occupied. Obviously, they have a stressful when they go on missions. They have a lot of stress. When they come back, the soldiers, their handler, will play with them, loosen them up, and let them relax. And I think they look. And it's amazing the number of photos that we have received with the dogs looking like they're surprised of
And excited.
of what they received.
What about the dogs who later on are connected with soldiers who need each other?
Well, we actually got in contact with a sailor from Earl, and he travels with me with his service dog. And he's Purple Heart, and his dog is Purple Heart. And
Tell folks what that means who may not understand that.
they were both injured in Afghanistan. And the soldier was returned home, and the dog was treated in Germany, and the dog was sent on to Spain. But there's a bond there. And when the dog was going to be retired, they offered it to him. And you have to individually pay to have the dog returned to the States. So we were going to pay that cost so that he would have his dog back.
So,
And,
I'm sorry.
and another organization said, well, you save your money to help something else. We have funds. So they ended up doing, which was good for us because then that left the $5,000 to us so we could help a
Let's
wounded
talk money.
warrior.
Let's talk money. So people contribute to your organization, all right?
Yes.
They look right now. They say they want to do it.
Yeah.
Where's the money go?
Well, it goes to all the projects that we have. It goes directly.
Goes to your big, huge paid staff.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
Tell
our staff.
everybody about that.
Well, our organization's run with all volunteers.
100%.
100%. We have a number of benefits that we do during the year that we have people that volunteer that are the heart of the organization. They, you know, many of them didn't know Dennis, but they've listened and
They
loved
did
the
not know your boy.
No.
Yeah.
They didn't know.
Didn't
But
know.
So they don't even know what even got you into this, but they're into it.
No, and obviously they've learned as they stay with our organization
right.
of why we do it and what we're dedicated to our men and women in the military to give them as much support as we can.
We are truly blessed because they not only are board members, all of our different committee members are passionate about helping and to make a difference in the lives of our wounded servicemen and women.
Well, Marion and Dennis, let me just say this to you. On behalf of all of those who are folks who watch public broadcasting, part of the public broadcasting family, I want to say thank you for everything that you do for those who have served. Thank you for the service that your son, Dennis, provided to this country. And we ask you to just keep doing what you're doing, because we don't know who would do it if you didn't. So thank you.
Thank you
Thank
very
you
much.
very, very much.
Okay.
Thank you.
Stay with us. We'll be right back right after this. Thank you very much.
One on One with Steve Adubato has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation, celebrating over 25 years of broadcast excellence. Funding for this edition of One on One with Steve Adubato has been provided by the Russell Berry Foundation, the Ohlendorf Center, Cone Resnick, the Fidelco Group, Fedway Associates, United Water, New Jersey's credit unions. Promotional support provided by the Star Ledger, powering NJ.com, and by NJ Biz, all business, all New Jersey. Transportation provided by Airbrook Limousine, serving the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area. One on One with Steve Adubato has been produced in partnership with St. Joseph's Healthcare System.